Welcome to another Inkbound developer stream. I'm Mark Cooke, CEO of Shiny Shoe. I have not been on this in a long time, so be easy on me.
Right. Now,
and who are you?
I'm Andrew.
Sir?
Avram on Discord, Creative Director here at Shiny Shoe, and on Inkbound. And yeah, we're here to answer all your questions about Inkbound, to run around in the game, to restart Mark's streaming career. So,
yes,
show him some love. He used to be professional.
I streamed a lot when we were working on Monster Train,
right.
So it's time to come back, perhaps. And yes, as Twin T points out, the camera has had its setup changed for stream last week, and
we don't know what we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing.
So we're going to be close to you right now.
Yes, Camille's not here today, so
we're helpless.
Winging it. We're winging it.
Right, we can sit further away. So, all right. Well, let's hop to the game. However we do that.
What about this request in chat? We gotta go for this.
Get a shout out for their birthday. Sure, Light Phoenix 23. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for joining us on your birthday day. First time chat. Little Zimty, is there more music in the works or planned for boss fights or book having its own track? There is more planned.
Yes. We definitely want to get more music into the game, and I think ideally each book would have its own musical track, each boss would have its own musical track, each NPC would have its own musical track.
You heard it here, CEO.
I'm not promising you that we're going to be able to do that tomorrow, but
that's the dream.
That's the dream, so we're trying to get there. Here we are in the good old Athenium.
Right.
I set up my Magma Miner here with a cool helmet.
If you haven't seen this yet, you can see it right now yourself. The demo is live. The demo is back. It used to be a technical test a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't know how time works right now. The demo's back and live. Steam Next Fest starts next week, and we are going to be in that. So this is up for that, but we put it up early so we can test it out. We can get feedback. We made a bunch of changes based on all of your feedback from the technical test. And we're making a few more today based on your feedback from the demo. So we can talk about that, answer questions. Extra Sonic says, we're doing great. Oh, thank you. And woke up just for you, Mark.
Oh, hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we are playing one of our developer builds right now, though.
We are? Okay, cool. Great.
So, however, everything that is in the build that we have right now is live in a free demo on Steam. So we are participating in Next Fest, like you were saying. We're going to be patching that one more time today with some additional balance tweaks and so on, but you can play this right now if you like.
Right. We got a few more questions. I'm going to keep picking up questions. Mark can...
Should I just start playing, or should we go back to Facecam and answer the questions?
We can just start playing.
All right.
It's going to be ongoing. It's going to be in real time. So we'll do a run. We did make the game shorter and harder has been our goal. We want it to be, we want a session to be around 30 to 40 minutes. We want you to be able to sit down, play a session, and, hop in, hop out, all that stuff. So we've been working on making it shorter in this latest version, but also increasing the challenge to some degree because people were winning a little too much and the feedback was generally that's true. But it's hard to increase challenge. It has to feel fair. In some cases right now, we think it feels a little unfair. So we are dialing some of that back for this next patch, and we will keep an eye on it as well. So there's a few questions. I'm going to pick them up. Light Phoenix 23, do you have any thoughts on how long you'd like seasons to last? Right now, we are looking at 3 to 4 seasons a year. You can, do a little simple math from there. It depends. We're working a lot on getting this launch version of the game done, so it's likely our first seasons are going to be a little bit lighter than later ones will as we keep working on it. A lot of effort going into this launch, but that's basically our goal overall. First time chat, Marad Deroli. How do we feel about class balance and everything balanced for solo, group runs, or both? Solo and group runs is incredibly hard to balance, as you might assume. Some things are definitely going to be better in solo. Some things are definitely going to be better in group. We have our goal leading up to launch right now is definitely to start leaning a little more on group mechanics and group experience. We've played a lot of solo up to now. We play both, definitely internally, but it's been easier to play solo because smaller team. But now with all you guys out there, with a lot of play testers, we're getting a lot more group feedback. We're doing more there, and we do want some mechanics that are going to be group focused. So the challenge is probably easier right now in parties just because of all the synergies, especially at higher ranks. And so that's actually something we're also tuning a lot internally as we polish the game for our early access launch.
I've made a few decisions. I just want to point them
Oh,
out. I'm just
yeah.
going to keep playing.
Yeah,
So I picked up this vestige, the Steel Brella. Gain 1 shield whenever you use a physical binding, up to 2 times per turn, which I've got all physical, so I thought that could have some good synergy.
Absolutely.
I took this upgrade to Smash, which gives me better crit chance and crit damage if that hits, my boss killer.
Yeah, that one, that's an incredible upgrade. That one, to be honest, after the demo, probably getting a nerf. It's just always good.
This shows off some of our UI changes here, so we see how this
if you played just before,
has been clarified. The upgrade is more clearly displayed. And the last thing is, I picked up a run quest to deal physical damage. Again, I'm Magma Miner player class. I deal all physical damage with my base abilities.
Right.
So seem more likely to perhaps be able to complete that. And since I'm playing ranked mode, we have these book mutators that affect your play. So this one I picked up as I came to this place, the Vengewood. Each turn you create a bomb beneath you, bombastic.
That's a tough one.
And I have to look out for that.
All right, I'm gonna grab a few more questions while you keep playing, and we'll see how far you can get live on stream.
Will I die?
Will you die?
Probably.
We hope so. That's our goal. Rados asks how many players can be in a party. Up to 4. 4 gets pretty chaotic. I would say, based on our analytics so far from the demo, the most popular group size is 2. Probably also just easier to find one other person to group with. Then 3, then 4. But, you're welcome to play with up to 4 players. Dimer asks, merit having enemies act differently depending on number of players. We definitely do some tuning around that. Obviously, we added these arrows in this latest build, and it shows who they're going to attack, so you can predict where they're going to go. If someone else hits it, they can pull it off onto them, so there's that mechanic. So we think there's some merit in that, and we definitely have created a balanced challenge for ourselves there, and that we're always kind of consistently keeping an eye on. Thoughts on Dive Quest being shared? Little Zimpy. Yes, I think that'd be good polish. I don't know if we will get to it by early access or if it's something we'll update later. But I do think it would just be more feel more integrated in the run if everyone shared that group quest. The run quest. We definitely have some feelings about the run quest right now in general that they have been hard to balance, and so we're talking internally about what we can do to improve polish on those. Keto asks, will this game release on consoles? Would love to play on Nintendo Switch. So would we. Not for early access. We are focused on PC, mouse and keyboard. Controller support won't be in for early access. I personally would love controller support. The game feels like it'll be a natural fit. Make sure it works on Steam Deck, all that stuff. But that is likely to happen after early access. We are focused for early access on this core game experience.
I thought I did pretty well in that first combat. Didn't take any damage.
Let's admire it. Wow, that actually is pretty good. I usually take 5 damage, but I kind of play quick sometimes. I guess we could also, speaking of which, just updates we've made since if people played during the technical test, show the camera drag. Although you got to make a choice here first.
Ah, yes. Well, what do I want to take? I always like reading it aloud. It helps me think about it. So,
absolutely.
The Burnital Gauntlets. +1 burn damage. When you are hit, inflict 2 stacks of burn to the attacker. It seems like maybe decent with what I've got so far. Could start building towards burn, because I've got ways to build shield. Training weights, critical physical power, and crit chance, nothing else. Well, that's going to be just broadly good. It's an easy pickup. Not super powerful, but...
Right.
And then Liar's Dice. At the start of each turn, you have a 20% chance to gain 5 ability power until the end of the turn, which increases your attack power significantly. But obviously a random chance. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get hit a lot. I don't think I've personally ever picked the Burnital Gauntlet, so
all right,
I'm
see
going
how
for
it feels. Sometimes you just have to get a feel for something by picking it. That's what I do, and then I realize it either needs a nerf or a buff. So the joy of being a game developer, you get to make those changes. Okay, so other questions. Trishuet asks, does playing with more players increase the number of enemies, health, or damage? Right now, it does increase the amount of health. It increases it, I think, by 80% per player. So you do have a bit of an edge there. We generally assume some chaos. I would say that for pickup groups, that number's felt about right. But for highly skilled, highly coordinated, high-end players, that number is far too low. They are destroying everything. So internally, we are making a change very soon where in ranked mode at higher ranks, that number is actually going to scale up more, and it's probably going to increase the damage a little bit as well. So basically, by the point that you're coordinating more, it is going to get more challenging. Our goal is still that multiplayer is probably the way to take the hardest challenges on in the game, but yes, that is something we're currently tuning and where it's at right now. What do you got?
Should I voice act this one?
Yes.
All right. Opposites attract. This is a sea breach. This is where you can make interesting choices. These are our events, we may call them. I'm not a voice actor, but I'll do my best. Here we are. Through the sea, you peek upon two young and vaguely familiar binders, arguing over the best way to achieve the binding they have been tasked to perform. One for brevity and one for specificity. In front of them, the unfortunate target of their practice. Do you take a side in their argument? It can be brief. Random uncommon augments for 2 bindings. Meet in the middle. 1 random rare augment. Or be as detailed and precise as possible. 2 random uncommon augments for a binding. Let's see.
Also, we have had some feedback on this event we want to get to before launch, which is it's hard to tell what these get applied to and what they are. So that's likely something we're going to figure out.
I like the idea of a rare. I'm going to go for the rare.
Meet in the middle. Rares are very good.
What did I get? Let's see here. Comet Strike. Inflict 2 stacks of burn. Good.
You got some synergy going here.
Got some synergy.
I'm seeing something come together.
We're burning it up now.
You got them gauntlets. This thing. All right. KG says they don't destroy everything. How does crit damage work? Asks Steerol. Is it just flat additional damage? Yes. So actually, we improved the tooltip on this. If you hit Z for me real quick, or yeah, there we go, and mouse over crit damage. So it does say you can mouse over, deal extra damage when you get a critical hit. Each point represents 1% additional damage. So 50 means 50% additional damage when you crit, and so on. So we had some feedback that these were not as clear as they could be, so they've generally gotten clearer. Please hit F8 and let us know if any additional clarity would help. To puzzle, how do you feel about the game's economy? Quillings feel rarer. Oh, they do. That's getting updated today. Quillings are not getting more common, but instead we are reducing the requirements for that run quest, and we are also reducing some shop costs. So the reroll on shops are coming down slightly, and I posted this in the Discord feedback channel what the patch notes are going to be. They did get locked in, so if we make more changes, we'll make more changes later. But the costs for rare and above got slightly reduced as well. So we're dialing it in. It might still be a little too high. We're going to keep an eye on it, but we don't want to make massive changes at any given time. We like to nudge things to the right place. But we did think and agree that the economy is not where we want it to be, so we're making some changes that will be patched up today. Oh, you're trying to line that up?
Yes!
Keto asks, is this considered early access? Just a demo? Everything will be reset? We are not committing to keeping anything. I would say expect things to be reset to not be disappointed. So this is just a demo. It is a lot of the game that's out there. It's very close to our dev version, in fact. Very, very close. We are giving you a very up-to-date version of the game. We want you to play it. We want to get feedback that's going to help us improve it. And it is working on our live servers, but we're not sure if we're going to be able to preserve these characters or not. So we don't want you to be disappointed.
That's a lot of bombs.
That's a lot of bombs. Well, you got that thing. You drop a bomb. They drop a bomb. You're going to take... So one of our other updates since the technical test are these numbers above your head. That -8 means you're going to take 8 damage if you end your turn there. The -1 represents in your current action how much you are going to spend to do that. So your cost of your abilities, your cost of movement. You got 0/0. It will also go down. That damage number will go down if you get shielding. So if you can protect yourself, that number will go down. Extra Sonic asked, how high do we plan for rank to go? Well, right now the plan is we have bronze, we have silver, we have gold is currently on internal testing and the demo, but we're taking that away.
By accident.
It was accident. We're going to add platinum on top of that, and then we're going to add one more right above platinum. It's not going to have 3, it's just going to have 1. So if you hit that point, you're at the end. Meridale says they like the damage number. Yeah, I appreciate that. That is, I agree. I think it's just something, there was a lot of people who were like, I want to know this number, and we did some testing and iteration and put it up there, and I think it is definitely feeling like the right call to show that. It helps with with what you need. Oh,
Are
well,
we
look at
gonna
that. You're going to stack it?
Of course I'm gonna stack it.
You know, it's always funny, like games like Munchkin or whatever as well. You're like, what are you picturing? You're just like putting gauntlets over gauntlets. You're like min-maxing.
So this is different from the prior demo build. We now have the
Right.
binding draft is in the middle of a book.
Right. So the binding drafts are both like forced picks in the middle of books right now, which is feeling like pretty good flow. We wanted to add a little more randomization up front. We do have a little balance here to do on binding drafts. Because they don't have synergy with your core abilities, can feel a little bit weaker, and so we are generally still buffing their power. They're one of our pillars. We think of different things as our pillars of the player's power. One being your core abilities, one being these abilities, one being vestiges. And we're trying to kind of balance those pillars to be in the right spot. Right now, we think class abilities are a little high. These are a little low. For the demo, that's going to be true, but in the full version, we're going to be working on that. All right.
So
well, you've got
obvious I'm going burn.
ongoing synergy.
I am not going to even read the others.
Right.
I have one that gives me burn.
You're clicking on the fire.
If I see fire, I click. It's my new strategy for the rest of the run.
Great. I love it. Could never go wrong.
All right. So do we risk going for the hard battle? I'm going to do it.
Sure. Fly close to the sun. Light Phoenix asks, do we have data on the most popular abilities? We do. I don't know what it is offhand. I was just looking at other stuff. But like we know popular vestiges, popular abilities. Blink is low, for example. I do know that. I know that's going to get some attention to improve it. Obviously, it's kind of like hard to dial in exactly what it's going to do. So it might get a little tweak or a rework, which you'll see, soon. Keep watching the streams.
So, of course, on my hard battle is where
yeah.
our little
absolutely.
treasure pot appears. So, do I
yeah,
go...
you got to hunt it down.
Do I go for the greed?
Also,
trying to go for it?
We're already going greed.
All right.
This
then.
has been asked. People are like, oh, it looks like your other pots. Is it going to change? They want it to change. Shaheen wants it to change. And yes, we are working on a unique asset for this enemy, and it's going to be delightful. So, something to look forward to. To puzzle, the lore is fascinating. Will we get to hear more about the villains themselves? Yes, you will get to hear a lot more about everything, especially over time. And we have other lore delivery mechanisms that aren't fully hooked up yet, so stuff we are working on.
Well, we killed the pot, and we got everything off that. Now we've got all abilities on cooldown.
Where did that even go? It just melted. I wasn't even watching. I was looking at chat, and now that pot is vanished. But yes, all your abilities are on cooldown. I do think, speaking of those pillars and balancing, probably Smash is going to increase in cooldown by 1, so you don't get to use that quite as often. You have to lean on the other drafted abilities a little more. Mark has advocated for bringing cooldowns on drafted abilities down a bit, so maybe that's one, tool in that toolbox. Chad is encouraging you to go greedy, which seems objectively correct.
Well, it's working out so far. I was able to block that.
Well, we got some blink love. Maybe it doesn't get a buff. Maybe everyone loves it. But data says not everyone loves it, and I do trust data. All right, so you got some biters here. Those biters can be pretty mean if you don't get out of their way.
All right. Well, something that we're going to be putting in the game that we have not done yet, it's very close, though, is I want to know if this guy is going to die from the burn or not.
Yeah.
And so very, very soon, we're going to have an indicator saying whether or not the enemy is going to be dead from
we got some polish there to do.
Yeah.
But if you guys join us next week, maybe we'll get to show it. Probably. So normally for these weeks, we do show like very up-to-date dev versions of the game. So join us next Friday, and we will show you the work we've done over the last week. Very likely it will take into account even more feedback from this demo and from our other playtesters.
Is he going to take 35 damage from burn here? 10 per stack? Yes. Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, the damage preview also shows what damage you're going to do with abilities, which is really interesting.
I am ensnared. That's why my movement rings are smaller.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry, the microphone's kind of blocking it, but there it is. I'm clicking on it now.
All right, yeah, you got hit, you got ensnared. So you're going to have to deal with that. That's a problem for you.
Well, I can get away from one guy if I stand here, so I'll do that and play a little defensively here.
We also did, this is a good example, they all got hit with that burn. All of them are burning now.
Woo.
We did, yes, so people pointed out ranged units now can attack you the entire length, width, breadth, the entire arena. So these shooters here, these ranged inklings are attacking you no matter where you stand. That is intended. We are going to do some more balancing. We're going to reduce their health a little bit more. But we do want to have this like some things you have to kill, or they're going to do damage, or you can shield, or you can do whatever, block them in some way. They're going to probably do lower damage output overall, have lower health, but be important targets to take care of. Other things, obviously, you can get out of the way of in a variety of different ways. But we do want to get a little bit further away from just a bunch of circles or kiting enemies around. No. It likely also means we're going to make that light that creeps in just a little bit slower, something we're talking about. Again, all of these after the demo, but this has been some common feedback we've been getting and some things we're feeling internally. So those are some changes to expect. Tip Puzzle says, when can I give you my money? Great question. We want to announce that soon. Not just yet, but soon.
I got more burn.
You got more burn?
I got burn on Leaping Strike now.
It's just...
I did take a decent amount of damage at the end of that battle, though. I was in the gunk for a bit.
Yeah, you're taking some hit. You gotta get some healing.
I need some healing. Now, we used to have a healing potion. That's been gone for weeks now.
It has. It was a non-choice is the reason we got rid of it. So you're not going to have any hope. There's I think one that gives you some healing somehow.
This is good. Barrier potion. That'll help me
increase my
shield. Survivability.
That's like a free turn. There's more questions. Ellie came on and asks, will the rank reset when season ends? If so, what's the difference between rank modifiers in one season or another? Rank will generally reset. We might not push you exactly to 0. We're not sure yet, but there are rank rewards per season. So there's these banners you can get that'll show off like what season you got different ranks in. So it's worth ranking up in different seasons. We'll also likely balance things like what the rank, we'll likely change those modifiers depending on a lot of reasons. We do want the metagame to change, but also we haven't really talked internally yet about what that is. We're still, this first season is the best priority for us. So,
all right, I've got 331 quillings. That's this currency up here, the kind of goldish one. So we've got 100 quillings for 10 HP.
Ooh, is that worth it?
Pretty sure I want to, but there's also, we got to check if we're going to go greedy first or not.
Right.
So, all right. This 251, it would be, if this said burn, I'd probably just go greed and buy it, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So the poisoned heart, we don't have any poison synergy.
Right, that's incredible, though.
Frozen heart.
You could buy, you can't quite afford both the Trader's Dagger and the poisoned heart.
Yes, that would be a way.
You could do it, but no.
I don't have great crit chance either. We haven't really been, or I have not been focusing on that.
No, you don't have the crit build now.
2 stacks of frostbite when you get hit. I mean, I've got other shield synergy type stuff, right? That's not bad. Yeah, let's get it.
All right.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. You're getting hit. You need a little more defensiveness. You're just like going with the face here, but all right. Now we're at the boss battle of this book. So this is going to be Lusk the Blight Bag. What's a Blight Bag? We don't know.
Got these gunker.
Yeah, these guys they explode in big ways, but for low damage.
All right, so I want to start just building up burn on this guy as quickly as I can because.
Right. You just want to let that take him out. I think if you hit the crossover point, so there's this little marker on its hit point bar up on top. I think it cleanses all negative effects on itself. Every boss does when it hits that point. So
I see this diamond.
Yep, when they change phases. So I can't remember if we put that in ranked mode only or not, but I think that's all the time now.
That's interesting. Do we need another ring for the 4th ring?
I guess we do. We just had the 2. But we probably need another one.
For when you're ensnared, right? Because that's why my movement looks so small.
Right, because you are ensnared.
Yes, it makes sense this boss wants to ensnare you so that his buddies can blow up and kill you, right?
Right.
Alright, well, I can't get much done this turn. This battle I had. Could use my barrier potion. Man, this looks rough.
Right, you can have a big turn, use your barrier potion. You can just keep kiting, although you've spent enough turns that now the blight is starting to creep in here, so going to start pushing you towards the middle.
Let's see. Alright. I think I'll go for the... Oh, I probably should not have smashed right there. That was a kind of wasted one. Because they also cap the damage you can deal them at the thresholds, right?
Right. It just pushes them to that point and then you can keep going.
Well, why am I not taking that much damage? I got 3 shield. It says I'm going to take -1. Here.
I think they do... This is something that we want to address. I think they do clear their attack when you hit that threshold point.
Okay, I'm just trying to decide if I should barrier potion. I guess not. If we assume this is accurate, I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, I did 1 damage.
There you go.
It was right. Holy smokes.
This could be the turn.
This looks crazy.
This could be the turn.
Minus 11, though. They're not
that strong.
not that strong.
Miradorly asks, are you guys planning on nerfing or removing infinite one turn? Yeah, infinite one turns are rough. Like, we generally want to mitigate those. Obviously, like, this game's all about combos, so we don't, like, hard limits we want to avoid, but as we sort of find them, we are finding ways to strategically make them, to nerf them. This guy's a ton of shield.
It does. So I'm trying to just decide what I'm doing here. I have to burn. What do I have to do? I have to get rid of all his shield, and he's going to lose his shield at the end of turn, though, right?
Right.
Then he's going to be dead from the burn, I think. Can't tell, right?
We can't tell.
Does this number 855 out of 1200?
Yes, that's the total number. That
includes the shield?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people have said that is unclear, and I think we have to figure out maybe how to do it, but, you know, we don't want to put too many numbers up there. Maybe we turn it blue.
Well, I think I'm going to use my potion now.
All right.
So that I don't take any damage this turn.
Get some more burn on there.
More burn.
Yeah.
And with that,
there you go.
hopefully,
That's like going to get you there.
let's see.
Pretty good.
No, not yet.
Put all the shield on this guy. Should I know who's sitting outside?
Yeah.
But I think that burn's going to take care of him. I think you just need to not die.
Okay. I can stay out here. Good. Just by bonking, I'm getting some more shield
Right.
because I've got
There you
Steel
go.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
It's getting close.
It's getting close. More burn.
Jump there.
More burn.
Get more burn. Hit with that. Summon that.
All right. I'm feeling good about this. There it is.
I didn't even get to see him burn. It's the fire.
That's true. That combat resolution, we got a little polish there to do.
But felt good. All right. I made good use of my
Oh,
potion.
look at this.
Ooh,
Wants to give it to you.
incendiary. What do we want? So, how do we want to evolve this? This is a sending a binding, so it's where
Right.
you kind of change it to a different ability, basically, that's thematically connected, but works differently. There's 3 ascensions right now per ability,
Correct.
so we're only being offered 2 of them right now. These are the 2 that I can evolve incendiary into, though I can reroll. But I don't remember what the 3rd one is anyway, so I'm going to just pick one of these 2.
Great.
So we've got Flash Fire, deal 30 damage to a single enemy, inflict 2 stacks of burn, then double the stacks. Well, I like doubling. That sounds good. Or Wildfire, deal 30 damage to enemies in a small area, inflict 4 stacks of burn. If the enemy dies by the end of your turn, its stacks of burns spread to nearby units. Spreading is nice too. So this is like more useful on big boss type,
Yeah.
higher HP enemies, and this is better for groups, normal battles. Am I getting the right sense of that there?
Sounds right to me.
All right. Well, I'll go for this because I suspect I'm going to die soon. So maybe
Great.
this will
That's what I
allow
like
me
to hear.
to survive more in the coming battles here. Got a rare augment. Scorching Bonk adds burn. And if they are already burning, inflict 1 stack of burn to nearby enemies. I almost don't need to read the other ones, though. There is another burn here. I already have this, however.
Oh, yeah. You can stack it up.
Yeah, but I'm using Bonk all the time. This is way better.
It's true. It's true.
Going for that.
Extra Sonic asks, in the long runs, any plans for PvP or different game modes? In general, our goal is to make a really good core game mode and add a lot of variety to it and other features and all sorts of things. So I would say definitely no plans for PvP. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up there. This is a PvE game. We want to make that really, really good. For other game modes, we are at least talking about doing a daily challenge. We're going to try to get that in. And then who knows from there.
All right. The prickly pufferfish I picked up. So
Looks very surprised.
all right.
No burn. What's up with that?
Let's go physical power. Which book to go for given my build? Well, this would require a superior knowledge than I have of the current tuning of which enemies
That's right.
groups appear in each book. But let's also check out the run mutators. So books in ranked mode give you a run mutator that makes the run harder. So this one, the Silent Promenade, is going to give me overstimulated. When you pick up an orb, take 1 damage. Is that blockable by shields?
I believe so.
Okay.
But
that one may be not hurt me too much, so that's an option.
Right. People forget about it. They start taking some hits, though.
The Radiant Market has slow start. On the first turn of each encounter, drastically reduce movement, crit chance, and ability power. Well, don't love that, but... Let's see. Guardian's Edge. Bond from Beyond. When enemies die, other enemies gain a shield for 15% of their max health. That does sound annoying. I think this one is the least... If shields block it, this is the least impactful for me, based on my build. So
right. This is also probably the hardest book, and I wasn't going to spoil that.
No!
But it's got some jerk enemies. It's probably got some of the most jerk enemies, so we're going to find out. If you can...
What have you done to me, Andrew?
You know,
what have you
I
done?
did nothing. You made all the choices.
Let's see what I got here. There we go. All of them burning now.
All that burn.
Do I dare get in the mix on those guys up there? What to do? If I hit him with burn, is that gonna... That'll stay with them regardless of phased.
It should, yeah.
So that seems like a better idea here, except for the fact that I pulled them onto me.
Right.
But I can get out of the way.
Cam got a little offset. Oh, man, I'm getting a little offset. I'm drifting.
Come closer. Come
Right.
closer.
Gotta get in here.
So the burn damage did not clear phased, but it did hit them. Which
Yes,
is nice.
that sounds correct. We got some health though.
Do I dare click the orb? Let's see, I've got 3. Let's see if it damaged me. Did it? No, it was blocked by shields.
Yes.
Well,
Phasing on these guys.
phasing is rough. Yeah.
I fixed a bug with it, which is, Oh, you got more phasing? Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
3 phased rhino dudes.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna have to like go toe to toe.
Right, I think you just gotta like try to take care of them, I guess.
That bonk to get more burn. Nah.
Little Zimpty asks, is there meant to be any correlation between thickness of the book and its difficulty? Nope, just incidental, just what happened.
Good grief. What's going on here?
Yeah, this is a rhino party. You've got to get that burn stacking or something. It's gonna spread, right, in theory? Hey, at least you completed a quest about inflicting burn.
I guess. What am I gonna do here?
I don't know, die?
No. Do I dare draw any aggro? Probably not. But the gunk is coming in.
It is.
I'm playing defensively here.
You're playing too defensively. This could be a win for the rhinos.
So why is it when I use Leaping Strike, they don't change their look direction, but when I hit them with Bonk, they do?
Oh, probably because that's a bug.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep. You gotta get that smash in. There we go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take some damage here, I guess.
Yep, yep. Alright, that one probably is the burn's gonna take out now.
Let's see. How much health does he have? 86 would be 70, but I've got additional burn damage.
Right, and I think you don't have any magic, but yeah, you have burn damage.
Was he gonna die? Is he gonna take 77?
Right, we'll die on this turn or the next turn.
Alright.
Not
Anyways,
that,
not a focus, not a focus.
Right, I think you can.
Guess we'll just try to keep bonking to build up shields.
Yep. There you go. So there you go. Sometimes you just gotta be a little aggressive. That guy just melted, just off screen. And then you don't want to hit that guy.
Why not?
Well,
He's dead anyways.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't help you. Look at this.
Well, now he's way out in the gunk. So
Yeah, he's camping. This is everyone's favorite thing.
I'm gonna hit him with that.
Oh, double one.
Take that.
Oh, that didn't double it.
I didn't take the double one.
Maybe.
Alright, so first I will bonk, get rid of phased.
Get that.
Hopefully get this kill.
That was easy.
Should I move? Do I dare move? Alright, I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
Let fire take him out. Oh, that's interesting. He died, but he still did his.
He did. He did. Something else for us
Bugs
to
to
look at.
fix. Alright, let's increase our crit chance. That sounds good. Another steel brella. I'm all about doubling things up here.
Right. No, those shields.
Let's do it. Gain a powerful new binding. What will we get this time? Invigorate. Gain a buff which grants you plus 10 ability power for your next binding. Cleave. Deal 150 damage in a short range arc, then inflict bleed. Or shield wall. Gain 5 shield and 3 stacks of spiked. Which spike does when you are hit, deal 10 physical damage per stack to the attacker. Remove half the stacks. Is that gonna combo with
I mean, yeah,
Steel Brella and
you got
stuff?
you got some on hit stuff. It seems pretty good.
Alright, I'm gonna go for shield wall. Let's try it out. Do we dare? Let's try.
I mean, after that last one was so easy for you. We're just gonna step it up a notch.
Alright, we got 3 of these cannon guys, all with beefy. And again, on my hard battle, we get the treasure pot.
Right, right. I mean, I think.
Do we go for it again?
Chat? Tell us in chat.
Probably. Greed.
Greed is
yes.
good. You know, we're gonna Gordon Gecko this. Let's just get in there.
Let's just go for it. Alright, let's jump over to here. Let's make sure we get out of the way.
White Phoenix says they think that Rhino fight might be one of the hardest fights in the game. I could be right. I got kind of rolled by some.
No problem for me. Over
Yeah,
here.
we're taking it. You know, just I didn't see any problems there. No sweat. The spinny proving grounds guys are also wrecking my day earlier.
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff spawning next turn here.
Yep. You got a new wave coming in.
Alright, I gotta move. I gotta get out of here.
Chat definitely says greed. Build those shields probably.
Got 3 shields from that attack. Well, as well just attack again. Uh-oh. About to get rooted here. And he's a gunker. There's a lot happening in this battle
Yeah, and
right
you've got those long range guys are gonna want to fight you. There might even be one more wave, so I think you gotta start taking care of some business.
That's enough for him. Yeah, that should be.
We are reducing the health a little bit on these flying guys because they have a lot of juice, a lot of power.
And now I'm rooted. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew that was going to happen, and I didn't save my leaping strike, which as a movement type ability would have
would
gotten
break
me out.
it. You know, this is a educational experience, maybe.
Yeah. So I can spin around here in a circle and just.
Is this it? All right, you got what's your
Oh, my
fish
shield
do?
wall. The
Got
shield
shield
wall.
wall.
See if that saves me. No.
Nope, that's not enough.
Let's eat up my fish. Might as well eat that.
Right, a little fish desperation.
Yeah, quest progress. It would be inefficient not to eat it.
Right, that's true.
Do,
there's-
do, 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 do.
Wow.
I'm dead.
I think this is it. I think this is a lesson, maybe.
All right.
a lesson,
Backfire. Signing off.
right?
That was interesting.
Right, there was something that happened there. You got 2 killed. Matt says you aren't dead. Was Matt lying to
I'm
us?
gonna cry.
Right.
You can use your emotes here in the end run screen, as we call it on the dev team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
you know, Cammy wins basically every week, so just saying.
Has she streamed on the new build with the new difficulty?
You know, maybe, probably. All right, you almost got 1 level. It's almost level 6.
Nice.
So yeah, Well, thank you everyone for joining us today for this. Obviously, you've been playing the game. You can play right now. Next week, we will show you some unique dev-only stuff, some changes we made this week. So go ahead and join us, same channel next week. Otherwise, yeah, Discord will be in there answering more questions. We're going to do a small patch, a tuning patch this afternoon, pretty soon. Going to push that button. I think Mark's probably going back to do it almost immediately.
It's probably building right now.
It's probably building right now.
We need to wait for the build to finish. We need to verify that it looks good. And then if so, we will be launching it probably in 1 hour or so.
You heard it there. CEO, Shiny Shoe, giving you the news. All right. Well.
Yep. Thanks, everybody, for checking out Inkbound. Again, right now until at least the end of Next Fest, I think probably a little bit longer. We have a free demo available on Steam, so check that out if you are interested.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
All right.
If you like it.
See you next time.
Tell your enemies if you don't.
All right. Bye.